No, it's Monday. It's Monday. Hey, you're live with us at Anson Bull TV.
Yeah.
This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera Hirlau, by my side, Brenna Huve Makandise.
Yours truly.
All right, so as we open up the show this morning, we want to apologize for not being here on is it Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
Okay, I warned you. I was going for my second jab. Okay, guys, I took my second jab. I'm fully vaccinated.
Yay!
I have a certificate. It looks so cool.
Wow.
My baby came out, sorry. I'm fine. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
You can go now. If you're wondering if anybody's dying from it. Yeah.
You should have come Thursday and Friday in order to see.
The cheek at its best, baby. No, man. Why would I come like that to work? Then it won't be a show. And yes, for those of you who have noticed, my lipstick is a different color today. Not because of the coronavirus pandemic or the vaccine. It's because I couldn't find the other one.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You look like a girl.
I'm a girl, guys.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm a girl? I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't notice. Alright. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. There. Can you see? Okay. A very, very good morning to Atsonville TV's biggest fan, Dean Wilson.
Yay.
Good morning, Mera and Brenna.
Morning, Dean.
Morning, I'm showing you my red lipstick.
Yes.
Alright. Okay, guys, so Gene Wilson comes in on Facebook again. He says, the vaccine made Kimera a girl. No! You see now, man. That not happened, dude. I couldn't find my lipstick this morning. And, okay, that's not the reason. That's not the reason you late, right? I couldn't find anything. Why are you laughing? Oh, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time and like, you guys advertise the room live at 5. Listen, we go live between 5 and 5:30 depending on the Wi-Fi and signal of, the service providers. So, yeah. So, we say 5 for 5:30 every day.
Be safe.
Yeah.
The dog face.
What happened, brother? Are you frozen?
Dog face.
I couldn't do it. Okay, she was doing drop frames and I was doing bad signal.
Yeah.
You know when something is glitchy?
Yes.
Oh, God. All right. Good morning to Bongani and Kosi coming in on Facebook. Good morning to the team and our beautiful presenters in studio. Morning, honey.
Thank you, Mongani.
Bongani, we know you would have joined us in our beauty and all, with your handsomeness. You would have been here if you weren't working, I know.
Yes.
I know. If you didn't have a day job, you would have been right here. We'll be joining you on a Saturday. We'll be shooting on a Saturday.
Yes.
We'll bring you here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So lots of people going to come in on Facebook. Please stay where you are. We'll come back straight after this commercial break. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you are live with us on Atsonville TV.
Yeah.
This is the Cracker Down Show with myself, Kimera Hiralal, as your host. By my side, Brenda Hube Makandise.
Yes.
Okay, drop frames. So anyway, it's a Monday morning, a beautiful Monday morning. And well, if you just tuned in, hello. And if you're new, hello. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Why not? How's your weekend? What?
Very interesting.
What did you do?
Went to Santa.
That's what I was telling in Santa.
Santa.
Where was
All those
Santa?
business, high-class people.
Okay.
Yes, at the Capital Empire Hotel.
Okay.
Yes.
And?
There was a conference with LifeWell.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Ah, Gerard Governor from Lifewell. If you're watching,
Yes.
shout out to you. And how was it?
It was so informative. It was so beautiful. Yeah. Like,
Excited.
yes. Food.
I knew Brenna was going to say, because there was food, it was awesome. You know, even if something was really bad,
Yeah.
and dead and boring, and that could be the
But
death
it
of
was
me.
food.
But it is food. She's fine. Okay. Alright, I do believe Bongani Nkosi and Dean Wilson did get to view and see what it was all about. Did you guys enjoy your Saturday? I can't say, yeah, I'll say on Saturday. It was the entire day. How was it there? It was nice. I didn't enjoy the food though. Did you enjoy it? What's yummy?
I took some.
You took it home here and you ate it some for
Yeah. It was so nice.
You know what you like?
No.
What?
You know what? I think it's different on your cultures and how you make it, and you know
Yes.
that there's this spice that's missing or there's something.
I get
Us,
you. Yeah.
we just eat.
Alright. A very good
Yeah.
morning coming from Facebook and Pranil Ishwar. Good morning to you, honey.
Honey.
Alright, Pranil, where you been? Okay, the better question is where I'll be. I'm fully vaccinated, Pranil.
Yay!
That's why I'm so tired. I'm still looking Chinese this morning. But I'm fine. And if you haven't gone for your vaccination, please go. Book it and go. Or if you are well, around many pharmacies and anywhere that's outdating the vaccine, please go. Guys, go. Anyway, guys, thank you all for joining us. A very, very good morning to everyone who is listening and watching. Thank you for joining the show. I know you guys are looking forward to what's happening today. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. We got a nice piece of information coming up a little later in the show. And for those of you who do believe that music comes from the devil, you're going to enjoy this one. You know, I've seen a lot of movies, especially African American movies, where
Yes.
they believe
Yes.
music is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I believe it's.
The background you come from is like that. I know you're really Christian.
No.
Your folks love music?
Ish.
Like, I mean, your elders, your mother, your father, maybe your
Yes, they
uncles,
love
aunties.
But on the Christian side,
Yeah.
they don't want us to watch the American type of music.
Oh.
But yeah.
It
But
must
for
be.
our local music and everything is fine.
Does your music have to be about the Lord?
Not necessarily, but some religion, yeah, depends which type of.
I've seen so much of movies,
Yeah.
and I've my schooling career. I had a lot of Muslim friends,
Okay.
and it's against their religion and culture completely
Yeah.
to listen to music. So that was like a bit of a tough one, especially with the fact that I was a DJ in school. So any gig I had, half of my friends couldn't come because
Yeah.
it's evil.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So we got a nice piece put together for you a little bit later in the show. Hope you guys are going to stay tuned till the end of it. I want to hear a lot from you. Your opinions and statements. You know what? It means something, and I like getting people's like opinion and things.
Yes, it's true.
So what's your take on music on its own, by itself?
Music by itself, it can control a person emotionally.
So you think? Do you think that's what makes it seem evil?
Yes, because when you listen to a musician like singing like kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
I get what you're saying. It makes sense though. It does.
So when you get irritated by a person, and you that sense says kill him, kill him, kill him.
Yeah.
You can kill him.
I get you.
Music is so powerful. Do you know that music is the most powerful tool?
It says
In a
things
human
that
body.
you can't say.
Yes. Yes.
If you're trying to get a message across. For
Yes.
me, when I was going through a tough time in my life, guys, music was the only thing that made me smile.
You see?
But I didn't listen to music like what she's saying. It killed it. No. I was listening to motivational, happy songs.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think music is beautiful. But it also depends on what is being said in that specific songs that you chose to listen to. So if you look at it, I kind of agree with some people that say, music is evil. It just depends what you're going to listen to.
Yes.
Or what you allow your kids to listen to. So there's a lot of lyrics, especially in heavy metal. Oh my God. They speak from their heart, I understand.
Yeah.
But that's not meant for children, especially if they're growing up and they don't know any better.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yes, I think.
All right, a very big shout out to everybody who is just joining us. Thanks for tuning in on Attenville TV on the Crocodile Show with us. All right, don't forget, before we go forward with the show, we want to let you guys know that we are looking for sponsors. Okay. We're not necessarily asking you for money.
No.
We want to know if you can help us out with growing our station, our platform. We are an FM station, online radio station, as well as a TV station. So we need gear. We need anything to make this baby build up. And guess what? We've got a PBO, so you can claim back all of those monies. So let's say if you want to help us out with our camera, because I still want my zooming shot, like close up when we open the show, and I can't get that with the cell phone that we're actually streaming live with. I'm not ashamed to tell you, we're streaming with the cell phone right now.
Yeah.
While we P30 lights nogal. But it's doing the job for now.
Yes.
But if you want to help us grow this station, grow this platform, make it better than what it is, and be a part of this as we grow, don't forget you will be recognized, and we'll give you your recognition, and you deserve it, especially if you help us to grow. So we can even say the show is sponsored by or powered by whoever you may be. Yeah, and you know what? It'll look good in the newspaper too, because we are a non-profit company and you can score your CSI points. All right. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we come back. Straight after this commercial break.
Wanna be a star? For all your music needs, contact Rockstar Beat Productions South Africa. We offer music production, publishing, artist management, and digital distribution. For further information, contact 084 605 5466.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you are live with us on Attenville TV.
Yeah.
This is the Cracker Down Show with myself, Kimera Hiralal, by my side, Brenna Huve Makandise.
Yes, truly.
Guys, how do I look with a vibe? Do I look very Indian? Or do I look almost Chinese?
What did that cop say
What?
when he stopped you?
Oh man, she's talking about when I got pulled over by Metro. What did he say?
I had to laugh, but I couldn't.
What did he say?
You were like, oh, you stopped me. Maybe my car looks like a tortoise car. Then I'm like, no.
No, that is why. No, the one cop is telling him, stop that.
Yes, yeah.
Because I know my car it's damaged, so it looks like, guys, for those of you overseas, tsotsi means thief.
Yeah.
So it looks like, you get those drug dealers, their cars look sporo. Like
And you're driving like a man.
I know I drive. I can drive.
You're driving like a man.
And when they pull me over, they're like, hee hee.
Yeah.
Hi. How old are you? Where's your license? We're talking about Saturday. We're on our way to the Lifebell conference. Oh my God.
I wanted to laugh, but I was like,
Why? Laugh. So
you thought maybe you were 12 or 11.
You told me 12.
Yeah.
Don't look 12, guys. Don't look 12 years old. see my height.
Yeah, you said your height.
But I never jump out the car.
It's going to be worse.
All right, for those of you who want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. All right. So you got Dean Wilson coming in on Facebook. Music is an escape from life and letting your true emotions show.
Yes.
Okay,
True.
that's true. Yeah. Okay, so Bongani coming in also. Oh, for those of you just logged in and tuned in, we are talking about music and does it come from the devil? It's a good question. All right, so Bongani comes in on Facebook saying, "When words fail me, music speaks so well for me, and he says it even gives great joy. It sometimes heals your soul when things are not going so well." You see, I was right.
Yes. When you're sad, they're sad songs.
Oh yeah.
When you want to find courage to break up with someone, the song.
Yeah. Even if you hate someone.
Yes.
There was a quit playing games with my heart.
Yes.
You know by the Backstreet Boys? I don't know why that song came into my head right now. But there's a lot of music out there that can actually you can connect with and cry with the song because it's saying what you're feeling with the beat, melody, backing vocals. You know, you can even sit by yourself and cry and you feel better afterwards.
Yeah. Because of a song.
Yes, just because of a song.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now, here and now. Good morning to you. All right. So, Dean Wilson mocking me again on Facebook. And I see today Kimera looks like a girl. What's your problem, man? What's your problem too? Guys! I'm wearing a red lipstick because I couldn't find my brown nude one. I love nude colors.
Yes.
It looks almost natural. Mm-hmm. Now this is bright. I don't do these things.
You look like a girl.
This one. Must I do like this better? You know girls do that pouching
Yeah, the pouching thing.
I can't do it. It's fun. It's weird. Alright. Okay. So we've got lots of messages coming in on Facebook. Lots of people showing each other love. Okay, so Deepak Rutan, good morning to you. So nice to see someone new.
Rutan.
Music tells a story, good or bad. That's
Yes, it's true.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's look at it like this.
Okay.
I agree. Deepak, I agree. What I'm saying is, I understand why narrow-minded people would say it's evil. It's because they're not educated that, okay, let's put it like this. You shouldn't be giving a kid heavy metal. That type of music. Or like, how do I put this to you? Maybe they should put age restrictions on the discs when they're advertising the songs. Not for kids. Like you don't get the parental advisory badge at the bottom of it. Like you know you see Eminem, and you get the parental advisory.
Yeah.
They should put that on all the music that they feel is bad, and that should not be given to kids.
Do you?
What's wrong, Brenda? Talk to me.
Nowadays, all of music it has a bad content inside, and you can tell. And they don't even hide it.
Because they
don't hide.
A lot of artists want to speak through their music about life or their experiences, or which I appreciate because we all know life's not rosy. And I like to sing about it. If I could put something in a song, I would. If I had that talent, I would.
But they don't hide that they're in Illuminati and the devil and everything.
Oh yeah,
They don't hide.
Okay, so what's your take on this then? What do you think we should do about when very Christian and old-fashioned people say music is evil, my child will not listen to that, we will only sing gospel songs? What is your take on this? Being a Christian, you're Christian.
Yes,
right?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Speak from your heart, brother. Don't be afraid. This is your safe space. You're allowed to also tell us your comments, eh?
I am old school.
Okay.
And we grew up without listening to music and everything because we were worshiping under anti-message religion.
Okay.
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 So that's strict. No TV at all. At all.
You're not allowed.
Yes. No TV. Unless
It's a gospel show.
yes, their own. Like they have recordings
Okay.
of William Branham preaching and everything.
Okay.
So it has to be only his that you can see.
Okay.
Yes,
Makes
he's
sense.
preaching and everything, and the music and everything. So now, with the day and era that we are,
Okay.
I left that religion and I got married and I joined another religion.
Okay.
Yes. So my kids are now exposed to
Everything I'm saying.
yes.
Okay. All right. So before we drag this along too far, we've got Dean Wilson coming in saying Kimera Heavy Metal has a PG-18. Okay. Wow. I haven't seen a heavy metal full-on disc before. I need to check that out. Sorry. Every time I listen to metal, it's always from radio or from Spotify. So I didn't get to check all that. But you know, before we go a little forward, okay. So we got Bongani coming in and says, and the OJ said, "I love music" in one of their songs, and that makes music a necessity. Okay, I respect your opinion.
Okay.
All right, Dean Wilson coming in. The problem nowadays is the new era with PGL. Okay. Yeah, the language barrier.
Yes.
People swear a lot in their music nowadays.
Oh, it's
Do you
too
see
much.
how I freak out when we sit on radio? Okay. Before we talk about that, guys, we got a little something put together for you, right? Let's talk about the devil. Okay, deals with the devil. This is let's talk about where the story came from, why music is evil, and blah blah blah. We pieced something for you to have a little bit of knowledge. Yeah, check this out.
If folktales are to be believed, the devil seems to have quite the interest in music. Whether it's the satanic imagery that's ever pervasive in metal, or the legendary fiddle duel in The Devil Went Down to Georgia, it would appear that the Prince of Darkness likes a good tune as much as you and I. But there's one tale of the devil in music that captivates like no other, and it's one that's been told for centuries. The Deal with the Devil. Nearly everyone knows this kind of story now, and that's because it has a rich history dating back several centuries. Let's take a closer look. Deals with the devil have appeared in Western mythology for a long time, but they really first started catching on in the late 1500s thanks to a man named Johann Faust. Faust was a German alchemist and magician who was alleged to have made a pact with the demon Mephistopheles in return for his soul. His talent became famous after being documented in Christopher Marlowe's play, The Tragical History of Dr. Faustus. 100 years later, the myth first made its way into music thanks to Giuseppe Tartini. In 1713, the devil appeared to Tartini in a dream, and Tartini made a pact for his soul. In the dream, he gave the devil a violin, and the devil performed the most beautiful sonata he had ever heard. Immediately upon waking up, Tartini tried to write down what he heard and created the Violin Sonata in G, better known as the Devil's Trill Sonata. Despite the success of this piece, Tartini wrote that his effort was so inferior to what I had heard that if I could have subsisted on other means, I would have broken my violin and abandoned music forever. It would seem that the devil's interest in violin didn't wane, as rumors of another violinist cohorting with the devil came about a century later. Niccolò Paganini is considered by some to be the greatest violin virtuoso ever to have lived. He started music at the age of 5 on the mandolin, was composing by the age of 7 and performing live at 12. And he was such a virtuoso that the public began to surmise that his talents must have come from dark dealings. On top of his skills, Paganini had a pale, lanky look with long fingers and flaming eyes. The legends of his performances are something else to behold. Some reports say audiences made the sign of the cross as they watched him perform to protect themselves from evil. Other stories have him continuing to play flawless notes on broken strings and contorting his body into weird shapes while performing. One fan even left a Vienna concert claiming he had seen the devil aiding Paganini. At the age of 54, Paganini died, and one of the last things he did before he died was send away a priest who had come to perform last rites. This cemented his association with the devil in many people's minds. Less than 100 years later, legends of the devil meddling in musical affairs started once more. In the 1920s and 30s, a pair of blues musicians in the Mississippi Delta are alleged to have run-ins with the devil. First came Tommy Johnson, a guitar virtuoso known for his eerie yodeling. Johnson's brother Liddell spread the legend of Tommy's Faustian bargain. One night, the story goes, Tommy Johnson went to the crossroads just before midnight and played guitar until a big black man came up to him, took his guitar, and tuned it. After that, Tommy Johnson could play the guitar like no man alive. Outside of the alleged deal with the devil and his influence on blues music, Johnson's life was rather uneventful, though.
Interesting! Alright, so what you just saw was Deals with the Devil and a brief musical history. Hope you guys enjoyed that piece. Alright, what's your take on this, brother? Now that you got to see a little piece in Yana, talk to me.
I believe it's true.
What?
That he went, that Robert Johnson went on the crossroads to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
So he can be better with his music.
And Tommy?
Pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also did the same thing.
So you believe that there's devil involved in all music, or?
No, in some parts of music. Yes, I do believe it 100%.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So, guys, for those of you who are just joining us, we are talking about music. If music comes from the devil, if you feel that it's no good, talk to us. I want to hear your opinion. Dean Wilson, if you're there, I'd like to hear from you. All right. So, guys, if you want to interact with us in studio today, you are actually watching a live show. This is Actonville TV, and we're live. And this is the Cracker Dawn Show with myself, Kimera Hirulal, as your host. By my side, Brenna Huve Makandise.
Yes, really.
And we're here to keep you company for a little while as we go live every single weekday from 5 to 5:30 in the morning, depending. We'll either go live at 5 or 5:30, depending on the signal and our service providers. We are an online TV station. All right. So we've got Dean Wilson says the problem is nowadays that in the new era with PG, the language as well. We also got a good morning message coming in from DJ Message. Pom, 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 pom.
Yes.
All right. And then we got Dean Wilson again. Brenna, we never got to Robert Johnson just yet. No, we know Dean Wilson. We're talking about Tommy as well. Deals with the Devil. Did you like the storyline? You paid attention to it, right?
I did.
So, if you do you want musical talent?
No.
You don't. Why? Wait. Why? Do you feel it's purely evil?
Yeah, I feel nowadays everybody's doing music.
Okay.
No matter how good you are, but somehow you can never get that much exposure. You know. So, if you look at it and check the history, you have to make a deal.
Guys, wasn't Lucifer the angel of music or something?
Yeah, yes, he was.
So then, that's why. That's where it comes from. It's just he turned bad. That's the only bad thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But so if you look at it, it's also a choice of what you do with it. Mm-hmm. You know, you can do something, you can be very talented.
Yeah.
But it's your choice of where you want to direct.
Yes. That's true.
Especially when it comes to lyrics and messages coming through or being sent through or sent out. You have a choice.
Yeah.
You have a choice what to say. If you want to speak about your life, like can I personally just choose Avril Lavigne? I personally went through every single song in my life of hers. It was my life.
Wow.
So that is why I connect with her so much. That is why I enjoy Avril Lavigne so much. There's a song called Nobody's Home. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. There was a day where I knew I had everything in my life. I could actually tear when I speak about it.
Wow.
I knew I had everything in my life, and there was as a human being, you tend to take advantage of your life. Yes. The good things in your life. You don't take notice of it because you assume it's gonna always be there, right? Mm-hmm. And there's this time where I did go home and nobody was home for me. but it shows that I've taken life for granted, and when I decided I want to go back to my home or go back to my good life, it will be there in my mind.
Yeah.
So that's taking advantage.
Yes, it is.
When I got home, I realized nothing and no one is there. And that is why I like that song about movie. It's actually a very touching story.
Yes.
And the lyrics, as she says it, my life did happen like that. Yes, they were in between, in between the lines, life things happening.
Yeah.
Where it was actually more dramatic than what you're hearing in the song, and I connected with it on that level. But beautiful song. I like Avril Lavigne, but and no evil there whatsoever. She's speaking her life, her truth through music,
and you can connect.
Yeah. That is why I connected that too so well. We should beat her one day. Anyway. Okay, guys. So we've got lots of messages coming in on Facebook. Okay, so Dean Wilson says, without music, dancing won't exist. Oh no. That would be so bad.
Yeah, it's true.
I love dancing. That's one thing I can vouch for.
Yeah.
That I have talent. I can dance.
Yay!
No, I can dance. Singing
We have
is
to
a bit of
see
a
you
challenge.
dance. You should do it on studio.
Yeah, we'll take off the set. We'll go outside of the studio and we'll record it one day.
Woo! I'd love to see that.
And don't forget, when we open up our development center, guys, we're gonna have dance classes. I'm gonna be
Yes! Dance classes.
Alright. Okay, so don't go away. Let's cut to commercial. We'll come back. We still got a little piece left for you on the we'll call it the devil, the crossroads. But wait. For now, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're on live with us on Atomville TV.
Hey, y'all.
This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimberly Hilo, as your host. By my side, Brennan Uwe, my Candice.
Yes, truly.
If you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. Right there. Okay. All right. So we were talking about, is music devilish? We've all come to a conclusion. It can be, by choice. So, what's up? What's in your mind? Tell us. Hey, anybody? Why is nobody interacting with us today? This show is actually quite glitchy because I'm waiting for you guys to comment so I can give you a bit of a. All right, we got Bongani coming in on Facebook. He says music on its own is so good, but people are sometimes evil or good. So we do music for joy and for praising God as well. No, yes, I don't disagree with you, Bongani. I agree with you 100%. The thing is, a lot of people feel music is evil, and I don't know if you notice people from back then used to always pick on rock music or any music that had nothing to do with God.
Yes. It was considered evil.
All right. So, as Dean Wilson comes in saying that without music there won't even be DJ. Yeah, I know. We get that, Dean. But Dean, why are you not telling us information yet today about whether you believe it's devilish or not? Are you afraid of people hearing your opinions? I want to personally hear your opinion. I have my own opinions on your opinions. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at The Devil, The Crossroads. Here we go.
There's an old blues legend that goes something like this. If a man wants to learn to play the guitar like no other, all he need do is find his way to the crossroads. If he waits there till midnight, the devil will appear and offer to tune his guitar. Once the act is complete, the man will be able to play anything he wants. And for this small favor, all the devil asks in return is the man's soul. Now, selling one's soul to the devil is nothing new in music, as I explored many years ago. Today, however, we're going to look at a different angle on this legend. The place at which the deal is made. Of all the marks that humans make on the earth, crossroads are among the simplest and most enduring. Monuments change across the world, and buildings rise and fall, but little changes about crossroads, no matter where you go. And as long as humans organize ourselves in towns and cities, crossroads will remain, and so will the legends of their dark powers, and of the strange spirits who occupy them. Let's take a closer look. The crossroads story that we know best was probably first told by Tommy Johnson, who is known for his wailing yodel. But then, through the strange tides of history and myth-making, the crossroads became closely associated with another blues singer, Robert Johnson. These two musicians helped turn the crossroads into an iconic piece of blues lore, but blues isn't the only culture with traditions built around the crossroads. Cultures from all across the world have tales that they tell about the crossroads, dating back generations. In fact, many of the crossroads across Europe and Asia were first paved by the Roman Empire more than 2,000 years ago. And stories of the dark rituals performed at those crossroads are just as old. The Greek goddess of crossroads was named Hecate. It's said that she ruled over boundaries and entranceways, and as her myth evolved, she became closely tied to witchcraft. In later depictions of Hecate, she is sometimes described holding keys to the underworld in her hands. This version of the goddess rules over a liminal space, the transition from the known to the great unknown beyond. In a sense, this is what crossroads often represent as well. One is said to be at a crossroads in life when it comes time to make a big decision. And before modern technology, many people would only see crossroads when traveling on long journeys, away from the safety and comfort of their home. In those days, crossroads were a meeting spot, a place where you could have encounters with those who came from the strange places beyond. And that's the role that the crossroads play in Haitian voodoo, a religion that mixes Roman Catholic influences with West African spiritual traditions. In Haitian voodoo, there is one all-powerful god, but you can only speak to him through spirits known as Loa. If one wants to communicate with the Loa, one must first speak to Papa Legba, who is the Loa of Crossroads. This mythology made its way north from Haiti when transports settled in Louisiana at the end of the 18th century. As these Caribbean populations spread out, many of the voodoo magic traditions known as hoodoo took hold across the American South. And this hoodoo may be the origin of the crossroad myth as we know it today. In Deep Blues, the musicologist Robert Palmer identifies Tommy Johnson's crossroads story with the myth of Legba. Voodoo's Legba was influenced by Eshu, a trickster god in the Yoruba traditions of West Africa. And that trickster identity is one that Tommy Johnson also adopted. Palmer says that Johnson used to carry around a rabbit's foot and perform wild acrobatics on stage, leaning into this mystical identity. Tommy Johnson gained some level of popularity and notoriety thanks to the mythology he created around himself, but his legend would soon be overshadowed by another, Robert Johnson. As someone who lived poor and died young, most of Robert Johnson's life is shrouded in mystery. Even the few photos we have of the man were unearthed long after his death. As a result, most of what we know about Johnson actually comes from the 1960s, after Columbia Records released Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues Singers. That record brought Johnson's talent to the attention of a new generation of musicians that included Bob Dylan, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton, Peter Green, and many more. By the time Johnson became known in the mainstream, his myth had already had decades to grow and warp. It seems possible that the myth of Johnson the Crossroads may have been birthed out of sheer accident. Information was much less accessible back then, and it's easy to see how a young blues enthusiast might conflate the stories of Tommy Johnson, who sold his soul at the Crossroads, and Robert Johnson, who sings Crossroad Blues. But what we do know about Johnson's life helps to play into the Crossroad mythology. Johnson spent most of his life on the road and died at 27 years old. And then, of course, there's the infamous story that bluesman Son House tells of Robert Johnson. House says that Johnson would follow him and Willie Brown around, making a racket with his guitar and driving people crazy. Then, one day, Johnson disappeared. And when he came back, he was playing the guitar like nobody had ever seen. As compelling of a story as this is, there's some details omitted that we now know. When Johnson disappeared, it was because he went to Martinsville, where he met his mentor Ike Zimmerman. Zimmerman was a blues guitarist who had his own piece of dark mythology. There were rumors that he learned to play guitar from practicing in graveyards at midnight. Whatever the truth of Zimmerman is, we know that he helped turn Robert Johnson into a legend who would shape music history. Johnson is seen today as the grandfather of rock and roll, and that comes not just from his virtuoso playing, but also from his mythology. For much of its history, rock has been an affront to social conservatism, and so it's been labeled as evil, devil's music. As a result, many musicians that followed in Johnson's footsteps have played with occult imagery in their music. Johnson's songs set an early precedent for this. Some of his lyrics contained references to hoodoo magic. In Hellhound on My Trail, Johnson sings about sprinkling hot foot powder on his doorstep. This is a hoodoo tradition meant to ward off unwanted visitors. The desperation of that song helps to play with the devil myth. Johnson would have you believe that the reason he travels so much is because he's fleeing the devil. But there's another darker specter that hangs over blues music, and it can help us contextualize much of Robert Johnson's haunted life. Most of the Delta blues musicians were only 1 or 2 generations removed from slavery, and the scars that it had left on the land and her people were still fresh. A story of hellhounds chasing someone might seem fantastical now, but to someone whose father or grandfather was a runaway slave, the image of being chased down by hounds took on a much more real meaning. Robert Johnson's most iconic song takes on a new meaning when put through this lens as well. Crossroad Blues never actually mentions any kind of deal with the devil, but what the first take of the song does mention is the sun going down. When viewed through the lens of hoodoo and deals with the devil, this speaks of the onset of night and the dark magics that come with it. But for generations of black Americans, the sun going down also carried another meaning. After the abolition of slavery, thousands of American towns became what are known as sundown towns. They got this name from signs they would post, warning that anyone who wasn't white had to be out of town by sundown, under the implicit threat of violence or death. And it wasn't just towns. Some counties and even the entire state of Oregon banned black Americans from settling. Sundown towns existed before Johnson was born, and they were still around when he had his posthumous renaissance in the 1960s. For a traveling bluesman like Robert Johnson, the sun going down meant the threat of something far more tangible than the devil: lynching. And just as Johnson's haunted music still looms over rock to this day, the violent world he lived in is still baked into the lineage of so many southern crossroads. But there's one more factor that plays into Robert Johnson's Crossroads. Before he allegedly sold his soul to the devil, Robert Johnson married a woman named Virginia Travis. They lived together on a farm until she got pregnant and decided to travel home to Penton, where her family could take care of her. When the time came for Travis to have her baby, Johnson slung his guitar around his back and traveled up the highway to meet her. When he arrived in Penton, Johnson was expecting to be greeted by his wife and new child. Instead, he was met by her family, who informed him that both Virginia and the baby had died in childbirth. Her family scolded Johnson, saying that he should have been at her side and not out playing the devil's music. This tragedy is present in a lot of Johnson's music, especially Crossroad Blues. One way or another, the crossroads represent transition and change. They can be the cruelties of fate and tragedy, the movement across a landscape, or the transition from one world to the next. Crossroads are always going to be a liminal space, something passed through en route to greater or darker destinations. When Tommy Johnson told his tale, and when Robert Johnson sang about the crossroads, neither could have possibly known the monumental changes they were about to bring on. Because the crossroads and the Delta blues that they helped to create were not the final destination. Instead, they're a key landmark in the incredible journey that brought on rock and roll, and in doing so, changed the world forever.
Welcome back! All right. Okay, so you watched that piece, everything dealing with the devil, everything dealing with people, Tommy himself coming to Crossroads and all of that jazz. But can I just state my own opinion here? Okay. I don't feel music belongs to the devil. No, it doesn't. It's my opinion. Yeah. Yes, Lucifer was the angel of music, right? Yeah. We get it. Okay, I'm not going to bring religion into this because it could get ugly. We all could start fighting. There are a lot of people who are watching the show from different cultures, different backgrounds. I personally come from a Hindu background. And we have a goddess in our culture that blesses you with talent and musical talent and all of that. So there's different ways of looking at it and different ways of analyzing this, whether it be good or evil. But personally, coming out of culture and out of religion, right? It's the message you put into the song. I feel. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? I'm getting you. Because when you're in church, it's not evil. And no, you are trying to create energies in praising the Lord, right? Yes. Now, the same thing goes when I go to a temple. We are creating energies as we are praising our different gods and goddesses, and we're doing it through music. So it's with your vibrations, the positive energies, and the energies you put into it. Yeah. So I don't know what's your take on this, guys. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen, right there. But nice piece of information. It is. Did you learn something, or did you listen to the information and go, nah, that is nonsense?
No, I told you. I believe that story is true. It's true. Okay, that story is true. Okay, but we've got messages coming in on Facebook. Very good morning to Mahesh Ramdan. Hey, you're joining the show late this morning. Morning, honey. All right, but we do understand you are a busy man. You're also in production, so we get it. Yes. Okay, so we've got Dean Wilson coming in. The Delta Blues has a lot of references to the devil and hoodoo cultures, and the Crossroads are folklore that has evidence of this, but after Robert Johnson there hasn't been a case, you see. Thanks for that, Dean Wilson. You're actually right. So after him, music can also be about love. His specific case that was showcased this morning is about the devil. He sold his soul. Think about it. He did. He sold his soul for music, for talent, to be better at what he loves. That's something you should think about as an individual. If you had something you really, really wanted the most and the devil offered it to you, would you take it? No, that's showing no faith in God or in yourself. Yes, but in these kind of trying times and poverty and like I was saying, you can be a good artist. Yes. But you can't just get something that can boost you up to be there. Where you can be recognized and everything. Yes. So when the opportunity lies to say, you know what, for you to be out there, make the deal. You can make it. You can make the deal. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to be a famous presenter on TV one day, and I didn't get to sell my soul. Here's a joke, guys. Come on. Alright, so you got Dean Wilson coming in. Since 1924, there hasn't been any cases. Thanks for that, Dean Wilson. He also says, meaning the ancient cultures has modernized. Thank you for that.
All right, thanks for that, Dean Wilson. Now, I want to show you guys something with music. It's not only evil, can be good. And I got a nice song put together for you guys. No, I'm not singing. No, we're gonna showcase the song for you this morning. I'm sure you guys know one of these classic tracks by Def Leppard himself called "Love Bites." What a track! Quite a sexy track, quite an intimate track, and quite a track about love. Hey. All right, but today it's not Def Leppard showcasing it. We've got a lovely band called 826 all the way in India. Check them out.
If you've got love on your sides, watch out. Love bites. When you make love, do you look in the mirror? Who do you think of? Does he look like me? Do you tell lies and say that it's forever? Do you think twice or just touch and see? Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're alone, do you let go? Are you wild and willing, or is it just for show? Ooh, come on, I don't wanna touch you too much, baby, 'cause making love to you might drive me crazy. I know you think that love is the way you make it, 'cause I don't wanna be there when you decide to break it. Oh, love, right, love me. It's bringing me to my knees. Love live, love die. It's no surprise. Love breaks, love bleeds. It's all I need. When I'm with you, are you somewhere else? Am I getting through? Until you please yourself. Will you wake up? Will you walk out? It can be love if we throw it about. Ooh, yeah. I don't wanna touch you too much, baby, 'cause making love to you might drive me crazy. Oh, love bites, love bleeds. It's bringing me to my knees. Love lives, love dies. It's no surprise. Love breaks, love bleeds. It's all I need. Ooh, you think that love is the way you make it. 'Cause I don't wanna be there when you decide to break it. Oh, love bites, love beats. It's bringing me to my knees. Love bleeds, love dies. Love bites, love beats. It's bringing me to my knees. Love bleeds, love dies. It's no surprise. Love bites, love bleeds. It's all I need. If you've got love in your sights, watch out. Love bites.
Oh, cover version 826. Love Bites.
Love Bites.
Oh man, they did a good job.
Yes, did it.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, that song came from the original artist Def Leppard. Did you know what Def Leppard did? They performed in 3 continents in 24 hours, which nobody else has a record of doing or even trying to do it.
That's a
And
record.
This happened when I was in the year where I was born, 1987. It's a good year, right? I was born.
I was 5 years old.
You were 5? All right. So we've got Dean Wilson commenting on the piece of content that we put up just a few minutes ago. 826 best version of Love Bites ever done. Well done.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for now. But please join us again tomorrow from between 5 a.m. and 5:30 in the morning. It depends on our service providers if the signal holds and then we go live at 5. If not, 5:30 latest, I promise. All right, but do join us on our radio show. It's called The Breakfast Express Show. We are live from 6 a.m. up until 9 every single weekday, Monday through to Friday, on The Breakfast Express Show on Actonville FM. It's for everyone. With myself, DJ Baby Girl, on the mic, by my side, DJ Brennan.
Yours truly.
Please join us there. We're going to have a cool breakfast show. It's going to be a fun, jam-packed show with great music, lots of talking on air. And it's going to be fun. For those of you who don't know about Actonville FM, it's an online radio station. So how to listen to it, you can download the app onto your phone. You go to Google Play or your App Store and you download Actonville FM and Bob's uncle, press play.
Yes.
Don't forget to press play. Because when you download it and you open it, it's not going to do anything. You have to press play.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, okay, I'm done, but it's not working. I'm like, yeah, press play. Alright, guys, from myself, Kibera Hilal and Brenna Hoover Makandise, bye bye.